Good evening, everybody. So I am back, and I think my last video was Sunday, and it's now Wednesday, 10:56 p.m. So I just kind of wanted to do my weekly check-in, and also talk a little bit today specifically about support networks. I know I've mentioned that in a couple of my other videos, but there is a specific science behind that and a way to build the right support networks, because we all think we have support networks, but there are ways to figure out if you have the right kind. And again, I'm not judging anyone for their choice in who they have as their support. This is just me personally telling you my experience and, just kind of explaining a bit on how I've built my support network and just giving some advice from someone who's been there. So, first check-in is with insanity. I took a couple days off, like I said, on Sunday, and I got back into it, and I feel so much stronger. I've done so much more of the workout. I'm taking less breaks still. So yeah, it's been good to feel like, I'm getting better and I'm improving. It's still kicking my butt, but it's still worth it. It's definitely worth it. It's just nice to feel the results so fast. But I'm not going to focus on that too much today, because I really, really want to go into support networks and how crucial they are for, really everybody, but specifically if you suffer from depression or anxiety like I do, and you don't have the right support and you don't have the right resources available to you, then it's really difficult to, live. It's difficult to get through a day and feel somewhat okay by the end of it. Sometimes we still feel that way with the support networks we have, but I imagine my life without the people in it that I've surrounded myself with, and I think I'd be dead in a ditch somewhere. I'm not gonna lie. So I really want to spend some time just kind of breaking it down and giving you just a little overview of, my experience. And, if you have any questions, as always, I'm an open book, so you can reach out to me whenever you want. I'm in my robe because I just didn't feel like putting on clothes after my shower, so if this is inappropriate for any of you, you don't have to keep watching. But if you don't care, then I don't care, so we can continue, okay? Anyway, so support networks. There's two sides of this that I really want to focus on. One is energy vampires. You've probably heard that term. If you haven't, we're going to get into it. The other side is spoon replenishers, and that relates to the spoon theory, which I will briefly describe to you. I'm not going to go into too much detail. It would take a little bit of time to really explain it in full and give you all the exact, numbers of spoons for different things. Anyway, so I will put some links in the bottom. You'll see them below. Just to give you a basic overview, and you can continue reading as you want to. I also put an image of, or a link to an image in Google of a basic idea of the spoon theory. I kind of made my own version of that, and I got that inspiration from my friend who also did the same thing. It's a basic outline, and you can kind of tweak it as you need to based on your own personal needs and how you feel that your day fills up, but I'll get into that in a second. And then there's also a blog about it that I received from my friend as well. So it's just an interesting perspective if you want to do some further reading, if you're interested. If you're not, you don't have to. And there goes my alarm. Sorry. So, okay, let's first start with energy vampires. As an empath, specifically for me, I get literally sucked into people's problems, their drama, their issues, their emotions, and it takes a toll. And I'm not saying that I resent people who I've helped in the past or I've cared about or, given my time or my effort to. However, there are people who are energy vampires, which are people who will suck and drain you, but they don't give anything back to you. And it's very important that you're aware of these types of people in your life. And a lot of the, I like to think of it as the Sixth Sense meme, where it's like there's a lot of people walking around who are energy vampires, but they don't know they're energy vampires. So they walk around like normal people, but they don't realize they're energy vampires. And half the time, they really don't have any idea. The issue, though, is that when it's affecting you in your life, or when their drama or their emotions are just constantly coming at you and affecting you, and you know, you'll start to feel it. You'll start to feel exhausted. You'll start to feel sad. It's especially as an empath, you pick up all these vibes and this energy, and it just sucks everything out of you, and until there's nothing left. And if you had any spoons, they're gone. So with that being said, spoon replenishers, and first, spoon theory. So the spoon theory, I'm just gonna pull up my little picture over here real quick that I took a screenshot of. I'm gonna give you the link to this too. In 2003, her name was Christine Miserandino. She has an essay about the spoon theory. Basically, she was in a diner with a friend having a conversation, trying to explain what having lupus felt like. And it's used for, it's basically, she hands her friends 12 spoons and asks her to describe the events of a typical day. And she takes away a number of spoons for each activity of that day. And it demonstrates her spoons are units of energy that they have to be rationed before running out by the end of the day. So this is used for a lot of mental illnesses, pain management, and all different kinds of like dysautonomia, you know, chronic illness, neurological, autoimmune, things like that. So I have I've read about this, and I've looked at, you know, there's different activities that take up different amount of spoons. So say your units of energy are 12 spoons, right, for the day. And then you have to go to work. So that's either 2 or 3 spoons. It depends on the person, really. I personally do 3 because work is, it's work. And then, you want to go to the gym, or you want to go visit a friend or a family member, or you need to go get errands done. Those are all things that take away your spoons. And if you run out by the end of the day, then there's no room for, other activities that you might want to do. So it's really interesting because when you sleep at night, you replenish your spoons. If you get enough sleep. If you don't sleep, then you lose spoons and everything like that. Again, it's going to be in the image down there. But it's basically a way of making sure that you know how you're spending your time and making sure that you're not overexerting yourself, because that is when you stop, you're putting your own mental and physical and emotional health at risk, because you're going to be too tired to do these things. You're going to be too tired to go to the grocery store. You're going to be too tired to visit your family. Read a book or, anything. So then there's the opposite, where you can replenish spoons. And so comparing to energy vampires, you have spoon replenishers. These are people in your life that feed you, that give you this, they give you this energy, they give you this, je ne sais quoi, I don't really know how to explain it, but they give you knowledge, they give you things that are important in your life. They give back, basically. So you can be there for them, they can be there for you, and it's a give and take, and it's equal, and you don't feel like you are giving everything to them and have nothing left for yourself. So I personally, and this is going to be a long video, guys, I'm sorry, I personally have built my circle, my family and my chosen family. Well, I mean, obviously we don't build our families, we're born into them, but I've built my chosen family, my circle, very specifically, and it's not like I sat down with a piece of paper and was like, oh, this person did this for me, and I did this for them, and okay, we're cool. It's just, it's the type of personality, it's the type of people you surround yourself with. And I have some friends that I've been friends with since high school. I can say one of my closest friends right now, I've known him since high school, and we feed each other. Whether it's, we're there for each other emotionally, we're there and we hang out, but we don't feel like we're extending too much energy. You know, you feel like you learn something from these people. They're growing, they're changing, they're maturing, and you're moving at a similar pace as them, in the sense that, you're learning from mistakes and they're not, taking away from your growth. And that's another really big point. Change, again, is inevitable and growth is optional. We all change, but some of us don't grow, and it's hard to grow. It's hard to really admit, hey, I need to change this. I need to work on this. I need to learn something from this and move forward with my life. So I am just really lucky that I found people who value that the same way I do. It's just been very helpful in my personal journey to have people that understand growth and understand, oh, I need to start doing adult things. I need to start, changing my eating habits, changing my workout habits, changing my life habits. And, if you're stuck in one place for the rest of your life, you don't go anywhere. And I have a lot of people in my life that I love and care about, and a pretty good amount of them are going places. They have been through turmoil, they've been through trauma, they've been through pain, like we all have, but they take that and they apply it to their life and in a way that makes them work hard to never have to deal with it again, or they learn something from their experience and they realize that this is not the way I want to live my life, and they, do the opposite of what they experienced. And those kind of people are inspiring. Those are the people that you want by your side. Those are the people you want in your circle when things get rough. And with my current situation, I've had so many people who've got my back. I can't even tell you how many, to be honest, because there are people that have come out telling me that, they supported me, and they always thought that I was a good person, or they always thought that, I had a good head on my shoulders, and, that I was genuine. So it's nice to know that that work that I've put in to make sure that I have the right people surrounding me has paid off. So, in short, this is a big thank you to all of you. You know who you are, my family, my chosen family. Honestly, again, I really can't thank you enough, because everything that I've been through, someone else could have been through, and if they didn't have the same kind of support or even half the support that I had, they could be in a way worse situation. I could be doing all kinds of drugs. I could be drinking every night. I could have lost my job. There's so many different outcomes, and I feel that, sure, I'm still, dealing with everything in a certain way, but in short, like, I'm not to be, cliche, but I am very blessed. I'm blessed that I've found this new path and this new way to look at my life and reevaluate everything and prioritize what's important. So going back to energy vampires, be aware. These are the people that will call you out of the blue. You haven't heard from them in years, or you hear from them all the time, but it's always about them. They're always complaining about something. They're always sad, or nothing's ever good enough for them. And they don't some of them don't really have tact, and you can't really blame them. Some of them might have some kind of issue, or that you don't know about. But the point is, you don't have to judge them for that, but you also don't have to surround yourself with that or be a part of that. And luckily, I have taken the time to really surround myself, like I've said before, with, not energy vampires. And you'll immediately know when you're around one, because all of a sudden you just feel what they feel, and you feel exhausted, and you just, it's the worst feeling. But for the people that matter and the people that are there for me, I will always be there for them. I'll do what I can, and I'll spend those extra spoons if it means I lose some the next day, because, once in a while it's fine, but, if they're replenishing my spoons, I'm happy to replenish theirs. It's just a matter of balance, just like everything in life, really. Everything in life is balanced. So look at the links, read about it, and ask me any questions you want. It should be pretty straightforward, but, sometimes it gets confusing. And if you see me mention spoons in a post or something like that, now you'll know what I'm talking about. And another thing, real quick, before I go, I know it's been 16 minutes, a little over 16 minutes. I want to know what you guys want to know from me. I'm obviously not like the professor or a doctorate or anything. I don't have a special degree that tells me or tells you that I know everything. I obviously don't. But from my personal experience, or if there's a topic that you've always been curious about that you want me to explore, I'll do some research, or I have my own personal opinion about it, or things like that. Just, I'm curious, because I guess I have some subscribers now, more than before, so maybe I'm doing something right. I have no idea. This is mostly was for me and hopefully for you, but the more people that are interested, the more people I can help out or get to think about stuff is great. But yeah, I'm really curious, and you can put it in the comments, or you can message me privately on Facebook Messenger, or you can message me on YouTube, I think. I'm still very new to this whole thing, so I'm trying to figure out, how it works. But yeah, so I think that's it for today. Sorry I'm a little awkward, I'm a little slower, it's almost my bedtime, so thanks for putting up with that, and you guys have a great night and a great weekend, even though tomorrow is not Friday, but I won't see you until next week, so enjoy your weekend, replenish your spoons, and watch out for those energy vampires. Carry some stakes like Buffy. That was, yeah, okay. Bye.